Good morning. Welcome to today's quote and question from Ask Yourself This. I'm Jay Payne, the man behind the project that is today's quote and question and Ask Yourself This. Ask Yourself This was a stage in this growing project that began as a Yahoo group message or a group message board message every single morning with a quote and a question, because quotes of the days are cool, but getting a question to think about and to journal with are there. A larger scope of a journaling project is on the way, but for right now, we're just putting out the quotes and questions every single day. They get launched every single morning at 6:35 via social media for Ask Yourself This. So if you're on Facebook, you can see it come down in your Facebook feed at 6:35 at facebook.com/askyourselfthis. On Twitter, it is Ask Yourself THI_, and on Instagram, it's Ask Yourself This _. We couldn't get all the same, but we're doing our best to make sure it all works out well. We're also doing a new, different sort of setup, trying a couple more things, seeing if we can make it work out a little bit easier for myself getting it in and for you enjoying it. So if you do enjoy it, leave me some comments in the video. Let me know how well we're doing, or leave me some "we suck" comments. We can use those too. At least we know somebody's attempting to watch, even if they are the trolls, because trolls need love and trolls should journal too. Now, what we do with this question every single morning, we'll give you a quote that I pulled from somewhere. Am I reading somewhere on the internet, or sometimes in actual books or things, or sometimes something I hear on TV or something that's picked up. I put the quote out there, and that quote inspires some sort of question of the day, a question that's used to help you come up with journal topics, help you come up with thought projects, things like that. Get your brain going early in the morning or late, depending on when you're actually seeing the video or getting the quote and question. It's something to trigger something. We'd like you to share that idea with us as well. Share it in the social media links I just said. Share it in the video comments as well. But if you are a private person and want to keep it to yourself and just want to use it on your own, we also have links in the videos to the Ask Yourself This writing notebooks. Two different versions, well, technically three. We have a ruled version that's a book that's ruled and non-ruled, and a ruled version that's spiral. You can also take it, because it's a nice looking book, you can use it for taking notes anywhere you want to, or journaling in general, but we think it's a nice thing to use for this project here. Contact me, check out my website, jclevelandpayne.net, and find out more about this project and other projects, because I'm always tossing out projects. And now let's get into the quote and question for today. Today is the 6th of July, 2018. 2 days past Independence Day, 5 days past Canada Day. I'm not sure if the 6th is anything of importance on a grand scale, but it's good to have you here on this Friday. The quote comes from Jon Westenberg. There are charlatans and visionaries, and the visionaries are worth following. There are charlatans and visionaries, and the visionaries are worth following. So the question inspired by this quote: how do you determine who is telling you the truth? Believe it or not, there are people that you totally believe that could be lying to you. In fact, they are lying to you. They're saying things that are untrue. Now, whether they're white lies or flat out non-truths is, that's all in the wash. But how do you know if someone's telling you something and they're actually being truthful? How does your lie detector in your head work? It's, for some people, it's on tap. It's really, really intricate. They just know when something's wrong. For other people, they don't, and they get a lot of things go past them pretty easily. So this is not one of the deep probing questions that we've had in the past couple of days, but it's a pretty serious question. How do you know? How do you determine who is telling you the truth? What is the mechanism you use to make sure you know that someone is not lying to you, not trying to pull something over, not trying to get away with something? Is it easy? Is it hard? Do you have to listen to them a few times and catch the patterns, or can you instantly pick up on what's wrong? Or do you get fooled a lot because your truth detector ain't a good truth detector? How do you determine if someone is telling you the truth? Something I do, and it's not necessarily scientific, something I do is I get a sense of something being off when things are off. I not great at languages per se, but I am very good at following patterns and following things in succession, so I can see where things that should be happening should happen. So if something is going a certain way and all of a sudden something isn't, sometimes I can tell when something is about to go wrong, or at least not go right. Those things aren't necessarily the same. So often if someone is telling me a certain story, a certain pattern, and what they're saying shouldn't follow along with the pattern, either it changes from the pattern they've been speaking or the pattern that I'm observing in general, it shows me that something is wrong. They may have been lying to me before, they may be lying to me now, but the situation doesn't fit out. Basically, I follow the patterns, what's going on, and listen very closely to what people say, and often I listen a little too closely and take a little too much into things. But basically, I listen to what they're saying, and it doesn't follow along what I believe should be happening. I believe somebody's not quite telling me the full truth. But how do you determine who is telling the truth? If you want to share that idea with us, let us know in the comments here in the video. Let us know on social media at Ask Yourself This. Is social media sites. Twitter is at Ask Yourself THI _. Facebook, of course, Ask Yourself This, and Instagram is Ask Yourself This _. If you want to keep it to yourself but still want to do what you can for these questions, it's very simple and very awesome. Just open up the Notes app on your phone, or to open up a Word doc on your computer and start typing away. Save these notes so you can keep them and go back to and refer them later. If you want to really get deep, you might want to go ahead and get yourself some sort of written journal and write it down consistently. We suggest you check out the comments in this video and pick up one of our Ask Yourself This journals. It helps support us. It's a beautiful journal you can take for anything you want to, for taking notes, for just doodling if you want to, but it's a great thing to have, and it, like I said, helps us out. And you can flip through the pages and look at different days and see what questions are there. Coming soon, we will launch a new tool that will allow you to get the quotes and questions even faster, even a bit ahead of time, so you can have them ready to go and use them in your daily planning for your day. And we're going to probably, when this full year is over, go through some quotes that you've said are the better quotes, and some quotes we had on the sidelines that didn't make it for space, and maybe recycle a few quotes from the past book. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, and put out an Ask Yourself This book for 2019 or 2020 based on how things work out. We want to put it out for the beginning of the year so it can get a full year's version. So we'll have more volumes of the books. My plan right now is thinking every 2 years a new volume. We'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining us for the video, whether you checked it out live on the morning as it is, 7 to 6, or later in the day or down the line. Thank you for joining us for this project, being a part of this whole thing. It doesn't work without you, your help, your knowledge, and of course, your words and thoughts. So this is your quote and question of the day from Ask Yourself This, a way to get your mind going early in the morning, and hopefully we've done that. I'm J. Cleveland Payne saying thank you so much for being with us on this Friday.